Welcome to another episode of Diva Court. We are live.
We live up in this.
With me, I'm your host, Marcia Mignot, and with me is my live up in here co-diva, Dana Smith.
Yes, and I'm with the brat. Marcia. Because if I say the brat, we are in the lab.
Yeah, they'll come for you.
Everybody come for you. So
yes, and I'm not helping you with
you
that
just
check.
act like a brat.
I'm just going to let you cut that check. Okay? We are not responsible for the things she's going to talk about.
Because it might get you sued.
Because it might get her sued.
I plead the fifth.
Look,
Does
we
that
don't own
count?
the rights to any of the topics, nor do we want to be subpoenaed or deposed about any of
Like
them.
a Fonnie Willis.
Because this show, ladies and gentlemen, is for edutainment purposes only.
Facts.
All right, so listeners, we hope you have not missed us last week because we found an episode for you.
Yes, we did.
It was lost in the reels, but we went to the shelf, dusted them off.
Lost in the sauce.
Yes, and put it out for you. So don't forget to go on YouTube and check it out. Find us on
Spotify.
Apple Podcasts,
Apple.
and Google Podcasts.
Google us. You see this voice? Like, if y'all think it sound good, I'm available.
No, they don't think
They
it
don't?
sound good.
A little bit.
No.
This is
Turn it
PG.
down a
You're
little,
such a hater.
a little more. Find us every Wednesday on YouTube when we push these videos out for you. You too can see all the colors of the rainbow. Today we're doing navy.
That is true.
Okay, so let's talk about the Shay. The Shay Shay. Listeners, Katt Williams went on a podcast, the Shay Shay podcast. And let me tell you something. It was amazing. It was funny.
It was funny.
It was live.
It was all the way
And he
live.
was lit
He was
the whole time.
lit.
But let me tell you something.
Not alcohol lit.
No, not alcohol lit. Don't
Right.
play with him
Don't
because
play
I
with
saw the trick, Katt Williams,
did you see it?
I saw the trick.
You see
He
it?
was pouring small portions of whatever that was,
Uh-huh.
and it could be sweet tea because I don't trust them. I know shows don't use real alcohol and pretend they do.
Nah, but we get drunk.
But
We get drink. Throw your drinks up. We get drunk up in
you
here.
gonna drink to that?
Yeah, we drinking to that.
All right, so I saw
Mm-hmm.
teensy weensy pours of whatever he was drinking.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I saw when Shay Shay was like, "Oh, Katt, you getting drunk?" He was like, "Wait a minute. I've been drinking less than you have, sir. You have had a lot of portions."
Katt Williams would make a great attorney.
He is. Do you notice his choice words?
He chooses his words very wisely.
You can tell. You know what I didn't know about him? And I'm glad I watched because I'm no Katt Williams fan. Let's start there. But I had new respect for Katt Williams after watching this little interview thing he was doing. And the reason I got new respect for him is because I realized he's learned.
Mm-hmm.
He reads a lot. And that's important because people who read a lot usually know a lot. And I understood a little bit about his childhood. I know his parents were disciplinarians, and I know he grew up in a tightly religious environment. I could tell. I know he had to do performances because he talked about that.
It's getting boring. Come on.
But here's the good part. Here's the good part.
Give us the good.
The good part was
Okay.
he's not afraid
He ain't afraid.
to say it.
Why didn't you like him before?
I didn't really know him.
Oh, okay. So you just didn't like him.
I just
off
wasn't a fan. When I say I'm not a fan of somebody, it
You
doesn't
just
mean
think
that I
that he
don't
was
like
funny.
you. It just means that I never watched your
You didn't
material.
like, put me down, my boy.
Didn't see it.
Okay.
Didn't see his movies, didn't see his stand-ups, didn't see anything. Which makes sense because one of the things he was saying was that he realized he was more popular with a white audience than he was with a black audience. And maybe that's why.
No, that's not what he said.
I heard that.
He said when he started off, he would be more funnier with a white audience.
That's the
what he
same thing I just said.
No,
You'd like to repeat it
no,
a different way?
when he started off, and then he said he had to get his black audience on board. So
No,
eventually,
I'm not saying he never eventually got his black
Oh, okay.
audience on board. My
No,
point was,
but you would know him now. Like, he's now a black audience comedian. He's not a white audience comedian anymore. but he can do shows with a white audience. But
I think that was his point. I think his point was.
Oh, I thought you were saying the reason why you didn't see him is because he's more for a white audience.
No, I'm thinking the reason I didn't see him is because he started off more for a white audience.
But by the time he got to us, he was a black audience, is what I'm saying. Like when we started, when he got big, he was on like the Friday after next.
Oh, no. I don't know this Friday, much less the Friday after next.
You didn't watch Friday? No,
I didn't.
Girl, give me your black card.
I have one. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know.
I'm gonna have to question your blackness, honey.
I did not know I had one.
Did you see The Color Purple?
Yeah, I wore it last week.
I'm talking about the original Color Purple.
Yeah, it was original.
Did you?
Because anybody else
Did
wore
you see
it.
Soul Food? I had to go through your list of
Soul Food.
Did you see? Okay.
No, I saw Soul Food.
You saw Soul Food. Did you see School Days?
I think I saw School Days.
You ain't black for real.
Let me tell you something about me and movies. Let me tell you something about me.
You
and
ain't
movies.
black for real.
If I had,
But let me speak to this
I
camera.
gotta explain.
I need to speak to
gotta
this
explain.
camera.
But let me explain before you speak to the camera.
You go ahead and
listen to
go
this.
ahead.
I fall asleep very quickly when a movie gets turned on. So
at all ages,
let me tell you something.
even when you was young.
Listen to me. It's something about a movie theater. You turn them lights out.
Turn the lights out. You a
I go
baby.
hard. I've been running hard since I was a child. So because I run so hard during the daytime, I can assure you that by the time I get in the theater, especially if I've eaten something, don't let it be an expensive
Did
theater.
you see Boys in the Hood? Menace to Society. Girl, you ain't black for real.
No.
You black for fake. You just black in color. You know what? I'm not saying like
So go ahead and talk to your camera.
she ain't black for real. That's all I got to say.
Is that what you
I was
gonna
about
tell
to
me?
I was about to pull on this, this eloquy of words and stuff like that, but I realized that it don't even you didn't I went down a
Shibanics
list.
dictionary.
I went down a list of words of movies
And you couldn't
and
find
you
one?
you didn't see
I
none of them.
said
It's not even
soul
worth
food.
it.
I saw soul food.
Soul food.
I saw soul.
I know, but
food.
you didn't
I
see
did.
School Days?
No.
Ugh.
You mean with the top, the flat top hair thing?
How you talking about House Party? Did you see House Party?
Oh, I saw House Party.
Okay.
That must have been House Party. That was House Party.
No, I'm talking about
But
School
I fall
Days.
asleep
I'm
in
gonna have
movies.
to-
So here's the thing. Waiting to exhale.
You seen that?
I'm still waiting to
Oh
exhale.
my God. Moving on. Let's
No, but
finish
here's
this.
the thing.
What?
I've seen bits of it. I've seen parts.
The music video does not count.
No, I've seen.
The music video where you see
No,
her
so I
walking away
started-
with the car burning in the back. That don't
I
count.
saw that. I saw
know
that
you
part.
Did.
I saw the
Everybody
burning
has
car.
seen that.
Yeah. So I'll see sometimes the first part, then I'll fall asleep, and then I'll see the end part, and then
shame.
I might start it again,
Shame.
and then get to the same spot and see a little bit more of the middle, but I fell asleep. Movies just make me sleepy.
Shame.
Movies make me sleepy, and especially if I had something to eat. Lord knows I can't have nothing to drink, because if I had anything to drink,
Then it's on.
then it's
On.
done.
It's
I wake
off.
up going,
It's not even
no,
on. It's
I go
off.
to the movies and I go, did he die? So what happened to the guy that started?
You
the
watched
movie?
Sonic though. But getting back to Katt Williams.
Katt Williams.
Yes.
Sir, I gotta lift my drink to you. Cheers to Katt.
Yes.
Katt, let the cat out the bag.
He did a good job. He did a good job. It was like watching like something like a stand up.
It was. And he said his first job is to be funny. He talked about when he came to Atlanta and him and some radio show host got into it.
Let's not go through that.
I love
let's
that
go through
too.
Let's go.
I love
We don't need to
I
do
love-
we're not here to do a movie
I
review.
love the way Saturday Night Live did their skit.
That was
because
trash.
they picked it up. I love it.
It was trash.
I think it was funny.
This makes so much sense.
What?
Go ahead and say why you thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny because they used a woman to play him, and she did a really good job.
Okay. Are you done now?
And it was a black woman. Remember the black card? So I
Yeah.
get the
You
card
ready?
back
No, you don't.
because I watched the black woman.
Now I can speak to the camera. This woman has not watched School Days. This woman has not seen Boys in the Hood. This woman has not seen Menace to Society. This woman has not seen Color Purple.
But this woman has seen
This
Saturday
woman
Night
has
Live.
not seen Waiting to Exhale. But she saw Saturday Night Live.
I saw snippets.
And honestly, I could tell that it was a white writer who wrote this skit.
How do you know that?
Because it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. They feminized Katt. They made him into a black woman, which is the exact opposite of what the message was indicating. There's not going to be a black writer who's going to maliciously, especially when he's he not really hated. Maybe by Steve Harvey and Kevin, but all the other, he's not really. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna maliciously. It wasn't even funny.
What black actors other than Katt can you get that is 5'3" or 4 foot?
I get what you said. They could just I'm pretty sure they write skits and they be
so
like,
you
know
gonna
what?
ask Kevin?
This is not funny. Let's throw it out. This is why don't nobody watch Saturday Night Live anymore because you're not funny.
So you think they could get Kevin to play him on Saturday?
That would have been better off, but it wasn't funny. That's why I can tell that white writers wrote it because it didn't connect with the audience. And the reason why I connected with you is because you're not black for real. You just black in color.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, you black color.
So glad the producer came in with Kevin Hart,
Kevin
the right
Hart,
person,
the
to
one
stop you in your tracks.
The Saturday Night Live skit was trash.
I like the Saturday Night Live skit.
They would have just been.
Was cool.
It was not. It was a waste of time. It was. Was probably like, you know what?
They even made fun of Shay Shay.
I mean, but even
because he kept doing.
Listen. Nah, there was so many things that they could have made fun of. Shay Shay did a better job. They didn't do a good job. Like it was just like they should have. This is one of those skits they should have been like, you know what? Let's just trash this one because it's not really that good.
No, you can't trash this one because to be honest with you, they used a lot of what was happening, but it wasn't funny. I sat there. I tried to laugh. No, you didn't. You tried not to because you were mad that they let a woman play a man.
No,
and we know how you feel about that.
Mr. Producer, did you think it was funny? Okay, you see how it was not funny. It wasn't funny, especially in comparison.
He said, "Can he answer?"
No, not yet. Especially in comparison, like when you have Katt doing himself. You have Katt doing himself talking to Shay Shay. You're gonna imitate that with. And I'm not saying that the woman was bottom up. She couldn't. No, the
all
voice
she
imitation.
did was repeat what he said.
No, he did not say. No, she added stuff. All that stuff. He didn't. There's like 10,000 things he did not say. Like if she would have just said it word for word, then maybe I would have gave it. But no, she was reaching.
She can't say it word for word.
I mean, it was a parody.
It was right. It was. She was no, but sometimes they do it word for word because it's just that crazy. Like when Palin said, "I can see Russia from my house."
No, that you got to say that.
She
word
did.
For word.
They did that word for word.
The Republican Party is a parody of it. So.
They did that word for
word. They give us
so
much material.
How can you satire something that's already satire?
Right. But what I'm saying is like when maybe it was one of those situations where it was like, okay, this is who I want you to play, as the white writer hands over the script to the black woman. And you know what? That black woman don't get too many roles on the show. And she's like, I have to do this because if not, they're going to cut me. And so she had to do it. I think it's a conspiracy.
It's a wonderful story. I like that. We can make a movie out of that.
We could have you be a writer.
The
black
woman was thrown under the bus to desecrate the black man. It's the same
Look
story.
How far you
different
went. We were
day.
Just trying to be funny.
It wasn't funny.
Diva.
It wasn't funny.
I mean, it was kind of.
It was like funny if like not funny was the opposite of funny.
I thought it was funny.
Funny's cousin.
Yes. I like how you did. That was like a shout out to me. I like how you did that.
Shout out to
I've been telling Mario that for years. Like, you must be Funny's cousin.
Who is Mario?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hopefully he'll listen. He must be at your house.
But if my man had something to say, he would not be there. That ain't what he wants.
Is that what you call him at night?
Some water. You thirsty?
You cannot.
Some water
to drink.
Can we get a bottle of water?
No
here?
intermission here. No water here. This is not the Shay Shay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna just have to drink this. I'm thirsty. Oh my God. I need some water.
What are you?
I don't know.
Kitty Cat. We had Cat Williams. Now we got Kitty Cat Diva.
Thirsty.
Speaking about being thirsty, the prosecutors in the Rust movie is very thirsty. They are so thirsty, they are bringing back charges against Alec Baldwin.
I mean, it is Arizona, so.
Come on now. It's the desert.
It's pretty dry.
They ain't got
It's
nothing
dry.
to do.
It's dry.
It's dry. It's an illusion.
It's just amazing to me how educated people are wasting taxpayers' money on something. You're just gonna be in the middle.
Can I have some of
You cannot. What
I
is
said?
Please.
I wanted some water.
You're going to need therapy.
Make me sweat. Water.
Do you need to go to a AAA meeting or
Nah,
something? My goodness.
All right, go ahead.
Back to the Rust movie. Prosecutors, I think it's a waste of time. Involuntary manslaughter or manslaughter, both are charges that should not have been brought in this case. Listeners, what are we talking about? The Rust movie shooting is being brought up again in the news that Alec Baldwin is now facing involuntary manslaughter charges. It's when you look at even the statute, it's going to merge even if he gets convicted. Right?
What do you mean?
So the negligence, because remember they did two counts.
I thought they said it has to be this or that.
No, it's two. But once you get convicted, it merges. So some charges merge.
Okay.
So this is a charge in their state based on their statute that's going to merge. Like if you get convicted of one, it's the same thing. Is what they're saying is the same thing. And one has a little smaller burden. You understand? It's kind of like DUI and DUI left safe.
Okay.
So DUI is, hey, you over .08, but DUI left safe is.
I have a.
Oh, you have a DUI?
DUI. I have a DUI question, right? If I took a drink or two, leaving a restaurant, and I get pulled over by the police, do I have to take a breathalyzer?
No, you do not.
Okay.
You have a legal right.
Will my license automatically be suspended?
Wait. You suspended license roadside? You just jumped from.
I just need to know.
Wait
just
a
jump-
minute. Wait a
Will my
minute.
license be suspended? I just look at it like suspended.
You went from, do I have to take a breath test to, so I lost my license?
Oh, here's another question. If you get into a car accident and you are at fault, right? And
Wait, so what is this, a consultation or a Diva question?
This is for the.
We're
'cause
actually
I was-
live.
when
We're
I-
not going to give the listeners.
I just want
the
to know.
business?
They might want to know this too.
Okay.
So
Inquiring
if-
minds want to know.
right, if
All right,
I-
listeners, she wants to know about a DUI.
Right. If I'm getting into a car accident, right, and I'm at fault, right, but they can't ask me for a breathalyzer because I'm like out of it.
Okay, so let me
Unconscious.
put it this
Can I?
way.
If they go, wait, let me ask the question quick. If I go to the hospital, they take me to the hospital. Do they automatically get to take the blood and test?
There's
me for
nothing
alcohol?
automatic.
Okay.
You either have to consent or the judge has to issue a warrant.
Okay.
So the officer has somebody on speed dial that they can say, hello, I have somebody here and I need a warrant for their blood. And if he issues the warrant for the blood, then the nurse is going to give the officer your
I
sample.
can't fight it. I'm unconscious.
How you going to fight it unconscious?
No.
That doesn't
No.
that doesn't make sense.
How
So,
often does that happen?
First of all, you don't have to take a breathalyzer.
Okay.
You have the right not to take the breathalyzer. You don't have to do the field sobriety.
Okay.
You don't have to do that. However, in some states, the law allows, if you go to trial, for the jurors to be told that you refused. So your refusal can be told to the jury. I believe it's a violation of your constitutional rights to remain silent, but that remains to be seen. Was challenged here in the state of Georgia, but we have to come back again with the right defendant.
I'm about to sign up
You
for
want to
it.
be the right defendant?
I'm about to sign up for it.
Right. And in terms of an auto accident, it depends on what the officers find. So say, for example, they could corroborate their belief, because remember, I can't just say she was in an auto accident, can we draw her blood? That's just not how it works.
Okay.
He has to corroborate for a magistrate judge what other
Like if
markers.
I had like some bottles.
There's a bottle in the car.
and it was open.
There's a big gin bottle and there's still some gin left in it. And
it's moving like
yeah,
this in the
or
bottle.
he has something else that he can use, another marker where the other driver to the other vehicle who's not injured or anybody else who witnessed the accident can say, look, I saw her from way back where she was swerving all over the road. She couldn't keep her lane. So he has other things that he uses to tell the magistrate judge, I need to draw this person's blood. But he can't just roll up on an accident scene and say, you know what?
Take her blood.
Draw some blood.
Okay.
Or call a magistrate judge and say, there was a bad accident. Can I get some blood? That's just not how it works.
All right.
That's not how it's supposed to work. Not necessarily not how it works, because I'm not saying that across this United States, it's not happening probably in small jurisdictions or jurisdictions where, the judge is your uncle or your brother.
So if I refuse a breathalyzer, are they automatically taking me to jail?
Not necessarily. He has to have probable cause to take you. So he still has to believe that your eyes are like, he has markers.
Okay.
You understand? So he has to have things like her eyes are bloodshot red and her speech was slurred. He can use other things to describe what he believes if you had participated, it would prove. And based on that, he could say, I think I have probable cause to take this person in because they're a danger to the streets. I can't let her drive.
All right.
And he can take you into custody.
Okay.
I mean, you probably going to beat the case if you weren't DUI because
Right.
I got one like that right now where they took my client to the hospital, drew the blood, and I couldn't get the blood results. And I was like, that smells funny. Only to find out when I subpoenaed the results from the GBI, 0.03. 0.03. Remember, the to be legally
You
under
gotta
the
be
influence, you got 0.08.
08, yeah.
So that's probably why it wasn't coming to me through
Right.
the prosecutor. I'm not gonna
These
say there's
prosecutors, I
anything
don't trust them,
nefarious,
man.
But
They do not be out here for
can
justice.
I go back to Russ now?
I
Since
guess
you
so.
had your DUI consult in the middle of our show.
People want to know. Listen, I
The
speak for
people
the
wanna
people.
know. Okay.
I speak for the people. And the
All right,
people
this
wanna
diva
know.
is the people's diva, and
Yes.
she just asked about DUI, and
This,
hopefully
and
y'all
this
enjoy
is not the people's court, but I do speak for the people.
This is diva's court.
This is the people's court. Is she even still on?
Who?
Judge Million?
I don't know.
Did you like her?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't watch her as much as I watched
Judge
Judge
Judy.
Judy's husband. That's what they used to call him.
Judge Judy husband.
Judge Scheindlin. They said, hey, Judge Judy husband. But back to the Russ movie, listeners. I don't think those charges should have been brought. I think it's public pressure that's causing the prosecutors to think that they need to go forward. And sometimes you have to be careful because it looks like a career move. You know, you want to be able to put on your resume, oh, I prosecuted Alec Baldwin, or I'm the prosecutor who convicted Alec Baldwin. And because he's a star, you're going to go after him. Because trust me, if an accident is an accident. Because here's what they still are going to have to prove for an involuntary manslaughter, that he was negligent. Now, if the movie set rules are, you hire an armorer. The armorer is the expert for the firearm. The armorer, remember the weapon was cleared twice before it got in his hands. Clear goes to the armorer. Armorer clear. So he was told on 2 occasions that the gun did not have any real bullets in it because it's clear for safety. I mean, it's safe.
Right.
So somebody telling me it was safe, how am I negligent? By believing the person who the industry says is the expert as it pertains to the firearm.
Yeah.
Now, here's where people are getting it twisted. He did an interview with George Stephanopoulos, and in that interview with George Stephanopoulos, he was saying something about, I didn't fire the weapon. The weapon just fired on its own. So that created an issue for everybody to go down a rabbit hole on. Oh, we're going to test the gun. We're going to test the gun, test the gun. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. And if I were his defense counsel, I would not be arguing whether the gun was working or not because it doesn't matter. My client, who was told twice that this gun is safe, who is on a set where they're playing. This is a game. This is not I'm at home and I'm fighting and I should know that the gun was loaded because I grabbed it to say, stay away from me, and pow, it went off. That's negligence because you should have known that if you're in the middle of a fight and you're in a heated argument that, something could happen and the gun could fire because there's a real bullet in it. But if I'm in a setting where the bullet's not even supposed to be real, where's my negligence?
Right.
When I trusted the 2 experts?
And from what if we're going to go by, here's the funny thing. Y'all want to go by what he said, but if you want to go by what he said that there wasn't supposed to be anything on set.
Period.
Anywhere.
So how the live rounds got to the set is what I, if I were the prosecutor, would be researching.
But see, they don't want to do the real investigation.
No, but that's not salacious.
No.
That's not
well,
salacious.
actually, it is kind of salacious to see what the real crime was.
No, but then the real crime is
giving-
not, you're not bringing down an Alex Baldwin. You're
Clue.
bringing down
It's
some
giving clue.
some coworker
Yeah.
some nobody who nobody cares.
But did you heard about the note that was sent to the set?
That's what I find suspect.
Right.
So the allegations are, listeners, that the day before this incident, a letter was sent by someone who worked for the movie and then quit, saying somebody is going to get seriously hurt.
Right.
I find that suspect. Because if you were upset enough to quit the job, did you do something
Right.
to bring the live rounds to the set so
Right.
that somebody could get harmed and then cause the death of the person? Because that right there is manslaughter.
Well, there you go. Is that
In
it might
fact,
be premeditated.
It might be premeditated murder because you thought about it and you knew somebody could get hurt by that
Right.
live round and you brought it to the set and you knew that armorer was young
Right.
and you knew she was inexperienced and you knew she
Right.
wasn't going to know
Right.
that those were live
This
rounds.
all is for those damn kids. I would have got away with it.
The meddling
Those
kids.
meddling kids. Here's the other thing. You know what I don't like is that I get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't speak about a pending case. But what people just, when you're on a jury and you got to have common sense, you can be somewhere and see the situation and tell the story during that situation. The day after, you can sit back and remember more things and tell the story that day. 3 weeks later, you might get a mix of the first story that you told and your second story you told. When they start saying, well, you didn't say that the first time, to me, it's like,
that's the legal game that I really don't like.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, even when the opportunity presents itself for me to do that, I try not to do it unless it's something blatant.
Right.
Like you said, the light was red.
right. But
And now you're telling me it's green.
right.
Now that's a problem.
Right.
But if you said there was a light there and you said, I can't remember, I think it might have been green. Maybe
might
it
have
was
been
like,
turning
it might have been
yellow.
turquoise.
Yeah,
it might have been turning yellow. I'm not sure. Then I'm going to come back and say, you said it was green.
'Cause you know
then
what?
you said it was yellow. Which one should I believe? That's, to me, that's shenanigans.
Because it's like, tell me what happened when you had your baby. Give me, run
Honey,
the whole story back down.
You know how many women telling that story differently every time?
time.
Sometimes we start with, and then I was screaming. And then I said, I'll never have a baby again or
Right.
sex. And then I
And the
was
baby
like,
came out
and
and
the
I fell
baby
in love
came out and I
again.
fell in love again.
And I wanted to be pregnant.
And I wanted to be pregnant.
Right.
I mean, and then the next time you tell the story, you say, you know what? I think I was in labor about 25 hours.
Right.
And, we drove that. No person
Tells the same
can
story.
tell a story the exact same way every single time.
No matter how traumatic it is.
Unless they're scripted.
Yeah.
And now if you're that scripted, I really don't trust you.
Don't trust you.
Because now you memorized it. Now it's not your recollection. It's something somebody told you to say or something you planned to say.
Right.
So now are you really accurate or are you playing games?
You playing games, if you ask
I
me.
think those are games. So I don't like the fact that people want to say his George Stephanopoulos interview is going to be different from if he has to testify at trial. It's not going to be any different. If a gun misfires, a gun misfires.
If you say that, if the gist of the story is still the same, it is what it is.
Should be no live rounds here. So if there were fake bullets, nobody would have died. Even if I pulled the trigger. If I didn't pull the trigger. If the gun works, if the gun doesn't work.
Maybe there's a gun company's hand in somebody's pocket.
Well, the problem is, why are you not dusting the rounds for fingerprints? Why are you not tracing the box that the rounds was in to see where it was purchased? Why are you not doing them like you do them
Are you
when
saying somebody need to get on their job?
period.
Well, there you go.
Because you remember some of these shows, how they go to Walmart and get the video of you buying the bleach
Right.
for the person you just killed.
Right.
And then they have the video when you went into the Home Depot and bought the shovel. Those.
So wait, all these cameras on set, nobody got a camera.
Hello?
Nobody got a camera.
Yeah, y'all don't have that on
Out.
film?
Who
I know
got-
you in the desert, but come on now. Y'all
Right.
wasn't bored enough to take out your cell phone
Right.
and
Something
see the
ain't
person
right.
come.
It's a little,
Something smells
fishy.
funny.
a little fishy.
But Alec Baldwin, call Diva Court if you need us.
Okay, wait, you're going to have to get your, I was about to say international. You're going to have to get your nationwide license.
So what you trying to say? Crump got a license for every state he rolls up in?
Oh, yeah. Maybe he not practicing law. Maybe he just out there just
Rubbing
looking.
backs?
Yeah.
Okay. I can be a back rubber, so call me a legal back rubber. I can give, no, we're not doing that. Wink, wink. No, I could go in pro hoc vice. I can ask for permissions. Most states give you an opportunity to ask for permission to come without having to take their bar.
Okay.
But you got to read the ruals and you got to go through a process.
Remember when we did the show where old girl was took the baby bar? Did she ever take the big person's bar?
No, she hasn't taken the real bar yet. She just took the professional responsibility exam, which they call a baby bar in California. Okay. But yeah, that baby bar is, should a lawyer steal their client's money? No.
Like
Hopefully she didn't say, yes.
she barely passed.
It depends.
Did she pass?
They said she passed.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know, man. That's foolishness. All right. So the Atlanta district attorney is accused of an affair involving the special prosecutor.
Whore!
Listeners, I told you at the beginning of the show,
Oh!
we are not responsible for the things she's going to say.
Close your legs to married men.
Okay, so first of all, let's break this down for our listeners. If you are criminally charged with a crime in any jurisdiction and you are not Donald Trump, do not try this at home, because allegations regarding who the prosecutor is sleeping with as a consented adult is not going to help you get a not guilty or a dismissal.
Maybe they're trying to get here's the insight.
Oh, you got a plan. Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
So the election is coming up, right?
Right.
It's coming up in November, right? So maybe they're trying to slow it down.
Oh.
Slow the trial down so he can get elected. So if we can get the special prosecutor, if we can get him recused, then they have to
take time to find somebody
else.
And you know what? It's funny you say that, because she had a hard time getting someone.
Yeah.
When the news reported this weekend, it said that she had asked 5 people, including Roy Barnes, former Governor Roy Barnes, turned her down. Another former prosecutor who became defense counsel, turned her down. And she said most of the people were turning her down because the hourly rate was only $250 which is way less than
what
most
they would have been paid.
high-profile
Right.
defense attorneys, especially with this kind of work. With all of Donald Trump's attorneys, you're going to have to fight a whole army.
Why she just don't try it herself?
Most district attorneys don't try.
You know your
cases
boy went in there
themselves.
trying to try a case.
You know that.
The Joker. You say Joker.
You would have said, the cameras are on me, so I'm going to come in here and try something. Yeah, majority of district attorneys don't try their cases. That's what they hire assistant district attorneys for.
So maybe
That's what. And plus, remember, she wanted a special prosecutor, someone that doesn't necessarily.
That's exactly what she got. A special prosecutor that she was laying it low,
not a prosecutor
and
doing
spreading it wide
special
for.
things. That's different.
Oh well, I don't. Who knows? Maybe she didn't get it.
There's a difference
Maybe
between
she
a
didn't get
special
it.
prosecutor. Okay, so here's the problem I have with what's going on.
It's a good strategic move.
The
It's a good
divorce.
legal
Well,
strategic move.
it seems as if they might have contacted the special prosecutor's ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, if the divorce is not final. But here's the situation: you have a
So this
special-
man is sleeping with another woman, and his divorce.
I don't even know if the divorce is final. I don't know. I haven't looked at the orders. I just know that they tried to unseal it. So if it was sealed, that means it should have been done,
final, right? Should have been final.
Because I usually don't see them sealing any court proceedings that's not final.
Divorces are sealed. All divorces.
You can seal divorces.
Okay.
All divorces are not sealed. All divorces are public record, but a judge has to do something to seal a divorce.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll seal it because of confidential information that was revealed.
Okay.
Trade secret. You're divorcing the owner of Coca-Cola, and he's got the recipe. And you don't want the Coke recipe came in because she's claiming she was part of how the recipe got created.
Right.
And the judge was like, let me see the recipe and tell me how you know this syrup became how the syrup, you know what I'm saying? And
Right,
now
right.
the recipe is in evidence
Right.
in the case. You're going to seal that because
Right.
Coca-Cola is going to be like, hey, if Pepsi get a hold of this file,
It's over.
it's over.
It's over for now.
So you got to seal it. So in
Right.
those situations, you'll find that courts will seal it. A lot of times they'll seal if things came in about minor children, and it's something salacious, or medical records came in. And they're like, you know what, I'm not going to put your OBGYN records out there, because if it's allegations of, oh, he cheated and I got a STD, those records might come in. And now the judge is like, I'm not going to embarrass y'all. Y'all are both professionals, especially if she's a professional. But what I find disheartening about what happened, the judge opened the sealed divorce proceedings. And according to the reports, there's no there. The district attorney is not even mentioned. There's not even anything about affair mentioned with the district attorney. So did someone contact the ex-wife and say, hey, you got a shot to be famous. You want to help us? We need you to issue a subpoena. But that's another thing too. Something's fishy, because why would she be subpoenaed?
Right.
No, they subpoenaed her to depose her. So I'm like, wait, this can't be.
So
this maybe only a portion of the record was sealed. Maybe only a portion of, because remember, a judge don't have to seal the entire.
Who sent out the subpoena?
The wife is attempting to issue the subpoena to Fonnie Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney, to have her sit for a deposition.
Why though?
That's what Fonnie is saying. Is why do you think?
What is this deposition for?
Well, the deposition is alleged to be needed by the wife's attorney because they're saying that there was bank records that reflected that the special prosecutor, Wade, was going to take a trip, and that one of the tickets that was
So
listed.
it must not be closed.
That's my point. My point when I think back, I'm like, no. This must still be open because she can't be deposing her if a case is closed.
Whore! I know you might have to go in front of her. So.
I'm going to have to help you.
It's only what I said.
No, I'm going to have to help you.
They
gonna
can
come.
hear you clearly. You don't have to yell.
He said, you don't have to yell that. He said, I can hear you clearly too. Could you whisper that? Okay, so here's the thing. If you are separated
you saying
from
that
your
they gonna
spouse,
come get me?
hold on now. If you're separated,
I wish they would come
if
get
you
me.
are separated from your spouse for 5 years,
We gonna sue the cat.
hold on, and you don't get a divorce, and he moves on and he's in another relationship, and he says, okay,
You wait. So you hold up. You actually believe in this man? That
hold on, I'm not believing anybody.
Okay.
I am saying, if a person who is married
Are these
on
the?
paper,
Are these the? Is this the fact pattern?
according to them, they were separated. They've been living apart for a long time.
Okay.
And he got up and said, I'm moving on. Now, I'm not saying he's not moving on with District Attorney Willis. I'm not saying that because I don't know that.
Right.
But my question is, if a couple who has been separated for quite some time have no hopes of reconciliation, just have not filed the proper papers at the courthouse, and one of them move on, whether woman or man, is there any horror in that situation?
Yes.
Okay, so you're defining marriage based on paper.
I'm defining.
No, hold on. No. Let's stay away from the legs. Say they're not even intimate.
Why do you think I was gonna say?
Because all you know about is the legs.
Legs.
Could you come out the leg department for a second?
But it's her favorite food.
You're right. Legs. I bet when you go to chicken
I do
place,
like chicken
when you go to
legs.
chicken
I
place,
like
you
chicken
say,
legs.
I like legs.
I like legs.
Okay, so if we stay away from the legs,
Okay.
and two people just dating, they're not intimate yet because they're like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with the intimate part, but we can date. You know, smoochy, maybe a little smooching going on here and there. But you go to your house, I'm gonna go to mine, and we're dating. But you're separated. You've been separated for quite some time. Even if you were separated for, let's say a year, and the two people start dating. And it's been 12 months after the separation. And the person says to you, look, there's no hope for reconciliation. In fact, I don't even know why I haven't made it to the courthouse yet. I'm just busy. And the other person says, oh, okay, it's really over. Yeah, it's over. Show me proof. Okay, look, let me make this phone call. Now, why you calling? Why you calling me? He calls the wife. What do you want? Come get your children. That's all we're going to talk about. I told you we're not together anymore. Lose my number. And she hears the wife say something like that. And she's like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't have believed you. But based on you putting her on speaker without telling me, all right, let's go to dinner. And we go to dinner, date, whatever. And I say, you know what? I didn't realize this was going somewhere. I think I have some feelings. Go do the papers. File for the divorce. You're like, you know what? I'm not fighting you on nothing. She can have it all. Because I'm moving on. She's got her furniture. I got my furniture. We've been separated for a year. I had to find a place to stay. I had to get my own dishwasher, my own washing. I don't want anything out of the marital residence. She can keep all of that. No legs. No legs involved. Is there still a whore?
Yes. It's a baby whore.
Because
When I say whoa,
I'm gonna tell you why.
I mean
I'm
whoa.
gonna tell you why.
Yosemite, go ahead. And tell me
Because
why.
there was a transaction that took place.
What was the transaction?
Her time was being paid for.
What time?
Her time to go out when they went on a date. They went on a date.
Wait. So you're trying to say he wasn't working?
He paid for the date, right?
Well, what if he was working?
Who's what?
If he's paying for the date. Let's say he's paying for the date.
I am
Okay, so let's play hypothetically. Hypothetically, let's say Wade, the special prosecutor, was paying for some dates with Fonnie Willis. Let's say that. We listeners, we don't know. We don't care.
He's the trick,
hypothetically,
and she's the baby whore.
He has his own job.
Uh-huh.
She has her own job. He goes out and says, "I'm gonna pay for dinner." They go out, they pay for dinner. Nothing happens. No legs. No chicken legs. No wings. No nothing.
No kissy
They
kissy
leave.
poo poo.
No kissy poo poo.
Okay.
They're just dating. They're enjoying each other's companies.
Like dating, like
So-
girlfriends.
No, nothing serious yet. Because I don't know.
Like we
I don't
just
know if I'm
friends, we
interested.
hanging out. We
Because
friends
remember,
hanging out.
before you even married your spouse, you dated your spouse. Most people date. We don't arrange marriages like died years ago.
I'm arranging the marriage of my
Okay.
children. It's the new.
Don't worry, nieces. I'm coming to get you. I'll save you.
It's the new marriage.
I will save
It's
y'all.
called arranged marriage.
That's
Really?
your kids. That's
Really?
your kids.
That's them leaving the building.
No, my
Leaving
baby's
the
gonna stay with me
premises.
until I place
Till you
them
can't
with
see
their,
them and then
till
they
I
leave.
place them with their husbands.
So my point is, since you said there's some baby whores, is it the paper that you're using to determine? Because listeners are out there, and somebody might agree with you. I don't know. Is it the
As
paper?
a woman of integrity,
As a woman that's drinking while we you have no
as
integrity.
a woman with morals and integrity,
Look, Grace.
integrities and morals,
Look, Elizabeth.
I stand by.
Elizabeth.
Where my keys at? I need my loyalty down.
I need you
Nah,
to tell me.
I get what you're saying.
So that's when we make that point, we're saying to the public, why do you think if two consenting adults after a marriage was irreconcilably broken, and the man says it's so broken I'm going to the courthouse, could it be that a woman is so salty that she says that I'm gonna depose her because I think you're moving on with her? Because when I went through the airline tickets on the bank records, because it was the bank records
maybe
that
she
they
want
were
her money back.
What money?
Her mutually shared fund.
Okay, sweetie, half the money was mine. So half the money was
I
mine.
need half of that plane ticket.
I used my half to pay for that ticket.
No, I want half of your half of that plane ticket. If it was $350,
I want
I want.
125.
If that's
Two,
the
three.
math, 2, 1.
Both of
can't
them
I
can't
didn't
fit
sign
in
for
that seat.
whatever.
With how small airline seats are.
Come on now.
Both of them can't sit on that seat.
He bought his ticket, and he bought her ticket.
I want her half.
So let me ask you a question. If he bought a man friend a ticket, would you want your half to?
Yep.
Wow. And
Don't
it's his,
spend my-
that's his frat brother.
Don't spend my money
from
without my
college.
permission.
No, listen. That's his frat brother from college before he met
They
you.
might be gay.
You still want half?
They might be gay.
So what? You still want half?
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to give him back half of any girlfriend
I
lunch
spend
money? you
this
spent?
money on kids. We already went half. I spend it on the kids.
So if you and
The
your
kids
girlfriend,
stay with me.
if you and your girlfriend go to lunch and you said, no,
You know how
no,
many
I
times
got
she done asked him for some money? And he was like, I ain't got it, but you taking trips to Miami and San Francisco. That's why we not together now.
How many
That's
times?
why we not together now. You went to Miami and I was trying to pay for college tuition.
So you Mrs. Wade?
Yes.
Why you yelling, Mrs. Wade?
Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And that horrible woman came into my house and she stole my man.
Ma'am,
Huh?
on behalf of the what
The
Mario
Bitter
call
Bitch
it,
Club.
a bitter woman's
The Bitter Bitch Club. I'll say it for you.
I think your marriage was over before the tickets were bought.
It is not over until God says
No,
it's over.
until I say it's over. Even
It
if the
ain't
judge,
over.
even if the judge says it's over.
It ain't right.
It ain't
I don't care what he say. I don't care what he say.
All right, enough of that, listeners. Enough of that. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think any charges are getting dropped. The judge in Cobb County was smart. At first, when I saw that they opened it, I said, why are you doing that? Don't play along with the public. But now I realize it's like, let me put it out there. Because if I don't put it out there, people going to make up what they think is in it. And they're going to make up all kinds of stuff. And
Like
they're
I
gonna
just
say,
how
what
I
are they
just did
hiding?
that skit.
Yeah, they said, what did they hide?
I do live in DeKalb County, Fonnie Willis. Like, I'm just playing. Like, I think you're a wonderful woman. I don't think you're a whore. I just don't want her to come
She's
in.
Fulton County.
Fulton.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, please. I don't even care.
This show is for, maybe you're going to say it this time, entertainment purposes only.
Only. You said she work
Okay.
in Fulton? She ain't DeKalb County?
She's Fulton.
She's not a
Okay,
DeKalb.
But let me tell you something.
I take it back.
I guess you're not going to the airport.
Oh, but I do.
Go to the airport.
No. The airport's in Clayton County.
Ma'am.
No, the airport.
They
is in
prosecute you in Fulton.
They prosecute you.
yeah.
But it's the Clayton
Because
County.
they've been fighting over the
Because
airport.
the city of Atlanta is the one that actually has
Control.
jurisdiction and control
Right.
over that.
So wait, but it's policed by Clayton County?
No, it's policed by Atlanta.
Yeah. APD is always
If you-
pulled
I'm
up.
gonna
You've
fi-
never seen the APD cars?
It's
in there?
all-
Well, I'm
Telling
gonna,
you, ma'am,
let me
keep
tell
it
you
moving.
something. I'm gonna have a jurisdiction war.
Where?
At the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
Jurisdiction.
You can have it while you in chains.
You gonna be fighting it for me.
They be like, What? Let me have to take me a drink.
Can you pour me some of yours? I'm still thirsty.
You don't drink like a lady.
We have a comment that just came in.
Okay. What are the listeners saying?
Allegedly, didn't she date a blood gang member? We just
What? You know what?
It's probably true because she's a whore. Alleged whore.
Allegedly.
Let me tell you
Both
something.
for them.
Baby alleged.
They
whore.
have been alleging that Fonnie Willis is sleeping with everybody. I don't believe none of it.
You know
now.
what? It only takes one.
For the viewer, for the listener,
Maybe, maybe that is why she beefing with Young Thug and them, because it's the opposing gang that she used to sleep with baby daddy cousin.
And that's
Allegedly.
why Alec is the one that shot the cameraman.
Right. In California,
because
California knows how to party, and that's where the Bloods and the Crips originated from.
Exactly, because he knew about that.
And maybe he went back to California.
There
And
have been
that's why
allegations.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant's helicopter went down.
Well, there you
What? Y'all got these
It's
conspiracies.
all coming together.
go. Listen, I don't trust it.
Listen to me. That allegation was made, and I don't believe it. I don't believe
You
it.
don't believe what?
I don't believe that her educational level.
Wait, black women love a thug. What
No,
you talking
no,
about?
no.
But you wouldn't know because you don't watch black movies.
No.
You don't watch black
let me tell you
movies.
why.
You didn't see Jada Pinkett
First of
in
all-
Boys in the Hood or
First
Menace
of
to
all-
Society. Which one was it?
Listener,
Menace to Society.
I want to talk to the person who commented. That comment is true. They have alleged that she was dating an opposing gang member to the YSL, and that's why the YSL case is going the way it is, and that's why she's going after.
Wait, for real? I just made that up.
No, you didn't make it up. When he said the comment came through, are you not listening to your listeners?
No.
You
What
are live. You
No.
are live.
No, I understand the comment, but what I'm saying is like when I say, well, maybe that's why she beefing with YSL because I thought I made that
No,
up.
Christine Columbus.
Oh my goodness.
You
Listen,
did not discover America.
I rediscovered
Okay.
it because I didn't know nothing about that.
You did not discover
I
America.
didn't know nothing
That
about it.
allegation you must have heard on the radio and
No, this is the
subliminated.
first time that I heard. This is the first time that I thought she was a whore.
No.
And this is the first
No,
time.
you thought allegedly.
Alleged
Okay.
whore.
Okay.
Alleged whore. And
Or alleged baby. You said baby.
whore. I did say baby.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. What people don't understand, when you see a humble lawyer, that's an oxymoron. Lawyers are very arrogant. Lawyers are very, let me say that again. Let me say that to this camera. Lawyers are very arrogant. Okay? First of all, they are looking to date, especially an African-American lawyer, they are looking to date in their educational class.
No, wrong. You're wrong.
I'm telling
You're not
you.
black, so you really can't speak on the topic.
I'm telling you, they're
You're
not
not.
dating a thug because one,
Listen.
he's not fancy.
Listen.
He doesn't dress
Listen.
well.
The black
he doesn't
woman-
speak
no,
well.
no,
We
no.
like an articulate man.
No, that's what we supposed to. But the black woman loves to pull him up by his bootstrap.
We like a project.
We like the whole project. We like to take him from the bottom, started from the bottom, now you're here, and then they leave us for a white girl.
Oh, you.
But I ain't saying she a
But I thought
gold
that was
digger.
the meme for all women. All women say I could fix him,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what all
It
women
is.
do. I'm talking about black
No,
women.
no. You know women do that.
but they're
I
not
can
all
fix
over.
them.
They're
No,
not a
I don't know
monolith.
about all
can
women.
fix
I
them.
don't speak for all women. I'm talking about the black one. The black
Okay,
woman
let's say
would take
most.
them.
Most women think they can fix them.
I don't talk to most women.
Most women think they can fix them.
Okay, but the black woman molds him up and makes him into this great guy, and then he leaves her for a white woman. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. In your
No, in
Dream.
the NBA. And
Oh,
the
in your
NFL.
movies.
In the NBA and the NFL. And then the streets.
I
and then
don't-
the
I don't
the
believe it.
the little black girls who be living in the projects and they go get their education and they, doing it up, living their life, becoming lawyers and doctors, and they little Pookie Ray they
They go
crushing
back and
on,
get him?
and they still go back
No,
and
they
get him,
don't.
and then he drop a baby on her. Now she a baby mama.
I don't
still
believe
trying
that.
to fight through the struggle.
The problem with that is that when they go back and get him, he's already like 6 feet under. So it's
That
more
is
like-
true. He's
I
in
thought you
jail.
was about to say he was in jail, but I was going with you though.
He's dead.
He's
They've
either
already shot and killed him.
that too. Police brutality got to him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they got.
The
They got
law.
him.
He fought the law and he lost.
There it is. Whoop, there it is.
Speaking of losing, the DA's office is losing on the YSL case.
She just losing on all fronts.
The prosecutor. Let me tell you something. It's a tough job. It is a tough
I
job
don't
because
trust
guess what?
prosecutors.
One, you're a politician. Okay, let's start there. 2, you were trying to make the entire county happy. And you ever try to make one spouse happy?
So they in a polygamous relationship.
Look, ask everybody that's been divorced, because the divorce rate in America is about 50%, if not higher. So the issue you have is trying to make everyone happy in Fulton County, such a large jurisdiction, right? It's a problem for you. So you have to be tough on crime, and you have to appear as if you're not harming your people. So I think she should have been a little bit more selective in how she chose to prosecute the YSL case. You can't want all, you'll get none. And if you bring too many people to the party, you don't have enough food to feed
She just
them.
be on like here's a platter of people to prosecute.
It's too many people.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it tough. If you ever watch the case get tried, one person against one person.
Is a lot.
That courtroom is a lot going on. It's intense.
Yeah.
So can you imagine 6 lawyers, 6 defendants, 6 co-counsels? It's a lot of people.
I bet that jury would be like, oh.
No, they're not bored. They're interested. Trust me. It's funny. It's funny because Judge Glanville is doing things that's funny.
What
And
was the funniest thing he did?
I can't say
The
it.
funniest thing they did was play his music.
That was
in
funny.
the
That was
actual-
funny.
it's-
They did play the
It
rap
sounded
song.
like, and the problem with a courtroom is it echoes, so it sounds like you in a club.
When the jurors like,
No. Look, some of the lawyers look like they wanted the vibes. But that's another thing. You're playing portions of a rap song in the trial.
It's tacky.
Yeah, it's
giving.
you're biting off more than you can
Sir,
chew.
can you read the lines?
No. Speaking of reading, their key witness.
Can't read.
Oh, I'm not good with reading. Sir, can you read this part? All right, I could. I'm sorry, I don't understand. And then you're using common
Wait.
words. Yeah.
You wrote this, right, sir?
No, he said no. No, he said I didn't write that. So he's looking at his plea agreement and they're asking him questions about his plea agreement because, of course, some of the defendants pled.
Okay.
And one of the defendants who pled was testifying in the case. And it's crazy because they're using the word YSL and it's synonymous for 2 different things. One is a gang and one is a record label. And there's 2 different definitions for them. So having this key witness to me wasn't helpful because now you could see him. One, you can't tell if it's his educational level why he's unable to answer some of the questions, and then it appears as if the prosecution is trying to beat up on him. So now the jurors are
You beating
sympathizing.
up your own witness?
This your witness. You called him, so you're drawing sympathy for him because you're like he already had a rough life. And then Brian Steele, Young Thug's attorney, was able to bring out on cross-examination of him that he signed the plea deal the day they let him out of jail. So he said, it was bad in there, yeah. People were dying, yeah. So that's how the cross-examination, it was filthy, yeah. There were rats, yeah. And you wanted out, yeah. And you signed this that day, yeah. And you got out the same day, yeah. Come on now. Yet the prosecution asked you previously, did anybody offer you anything or promise you anything?
Freedom. Let us free. Let us free. Good God Almighty, eyes are free. Eyes free now, boss.
So
eyes free.
there's a new motion from the prosecution asking the judge to prohibit the filming of future witnesses.
Oh, they don't want to see them get their ass kicked. That's what it
Would
sounds
you
like.
want yours filmed?
I mean, it's already difficult enough. I mean, especially going off of Young Thug's lyrics. You know lifestyle. Do you understand a thing that Young Thug said? I mean, she's very
I be
close.
like, next song.
Yeah. It's hard. It's
She's
hard.
very close to how that goes.
But they play lifestyle. So not only that, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. All right. So speaking of hard, DeSantis said the race is hard, so I gotta go.
We gotta go.
Listeners, what are we talking about? DeSantis quits running for president. He sat down somewhere on the sideline and decided to endorse the person who he was speaking so badly about and said was not fit to be president,
It's such
Donald Trump.
It's such a
The
joke.
hypocrisy, though.
It's such a joke.
How could you?
He
You're
should not be running
He's
from.
not
He's a
fit.
criminal. He's a blah 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 blah. I'm gonna vote for him.
Yeah, I'll support
It's
him.
like I don't.
How do you do that? How do
You know
do
what?
that?
That's why Trump is the realest. And let me say this: it's a compliment, but it's not a. What word am I looking for? It's not a promotion. Not the word.
Attribute? I don't know.
No, it's a compliment, but it's not. I'm not promoting him or not like go vote for him or anything.
It's
like
an
that.
observation.
It's
That's
an
what it is.
There it is.
The thing that
because he don't change until you change in his benefit. You a dirty.
He's a bully.
Dirty dog. Blah
Bully.
blah blah.
He's
Your
got-
wife
he's
ain't
got
this. Your
charisma,
wife
and that's the
ugly.
You
thing.
think he's charismatic?
the thing about Donald Trump, he's entertaining. To
He
watch.
is very.
He is
entertaining.
Can't lie.
Don't take that
The
away.
man is entertaining.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
And the other thing about him is that he doesn't back down.
He
No,
don't.
he doesn't.
He don't.
Strong and wrong.
Even when he's wrong, he's going to still go in that same direction.
Right.
Even when you back down, it makes you look weak.
You
right.
do.
Right.
You do.
He dogged out. What's the name? Wife. Like.
Badly.
Badly,
Yeah.
and then had him telling him, "I'm gonna support Trump."
Yeah.
He killed DeSantis. He went in on DeSantis. He went in on. I'm about to
I
say
couldn't do
Mark
it.
Cuban. What's the other one? Mark.
It's a Texan.
Rubio.
It's not-
Rubio.
I think it's Rubio and the other one, the Texan that nobody likes,
The
the senator.
yes,
I don't know
I
the
know you're
Texan.
talking about. I know you're talking. He is he still a senator?
Yes, he is.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz.
I can't.
Ted Cruz daddy or Marco Rubio daddy killed the president. Like so
He says all
he
kinds of
said that.
ridiculous
And it was
things.
like, I'm voting for Trump.
I
Like,
got
you
too much
so
self-esteem.
weak.
Have you ever had somebody say something bad about you, talk bad about you, and you went over and say, "Excuse me, can I be your friend?"
My sister. I just want to be her friend so bad. I love her. I love her.
Listeners, I got to close the show.
No, before you close,
I got to close
Nikki
the
Haley,
show.
if I could give you any advice, jump out the race while you
No,
can.
Nikki. Run, Nikki, run.
Jump out the race. Let me tell you something. The presidency isn't for women unless you prepared for.
Well, that's a
Can I
sexist-
finish?
Yeah, finish
Let
it
me
right
finish
there.
my sexist statement. Unless you prepare for Botox and hair dye for the rest of your life, the pregnancy, you will not be getting pregnant. The presidency is not for women. I just saw how Barack Obama look so old and black don't crack, but it did get a little gray. But it is not meant, especially women who lack melanin.
First of all,
you guys do not.
I can fix that for you. Women do so much anyway because we take care of the kids, we take care of the husband, we take care of the house, we take care of the job, we take care of the grandma, we take care of the mama, take care of the daddy, we take care of the sick cousin. We take care of a lot. So women, because they are already in a multitasking situation, as long as they're alive, they can handle the demands.
And that's why a portion of the women community look old and decrepit.
Not all of them.
Not
okay?
all of them.
Some of them
A
don't
lot
look
of
their
them.
age, and I can contest
We ain't
to
talking about
that.
you, honey.
And not only will I contest to that,
Some of them age like.
I will drink to that.
Are we drinking to it? All right. Hey, I guess I'm gonna drink the rest. I'm thirsty.
You've been that. You've been thirsty for a long time. Okay,
I need some water. You
listeners,
just
that's gonna
just
be the
supplying me
episode.
with liquor.
We thank you for tuning in because this diva right here needs to help you and help me tell you to find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Find us every Wednesday on YouTube where we push them out every week.
Yes.
And as we say here on Diva Court when we close the
I
show,
don't have nothing to drink to.
we will drink to that. Some of us already drink to that.
I was thirsty. I'm just gonna pretend. It's gone. I had a little drop. Order in the court.
Yeah, order.
We got to drink to that.